Hey guys, what's happening? Niyat here with Film Comics Explained, and today we'll be exploring the Golden Army featured in Guillermo del Toro's beautiful Hellboy 2 The Golden Army, based on the celebrated comic book series of the same name by Mike Mignola. I actually have a few videos on Hellboy going through some of the creatures and characters, including Hellboy, the Right Hand of Doom, which I'll leave links to below, and I highly recommend that you guys check them out. The Golden Army was essentially a mechanical force of destruction comprised of 4,900 indestructible soldiers that served as the supporting antagonists of Hellboy 2. As the name implies, the Golden Army was composed of a legion of large clockwork soldiers made entirely of gold that was animated via a special type of magic that bound them to the crown of Bethmora, giving those who wore it the ability to command the gears of death. While the soldiers maintained a spherical form when they were inactive, once awakened, their heads and limbs popped out along with their clockwork reactor, which gave off a golden-orange glow. Each of these clockwork soldiers also possessed heated retractable blades on their arms that served as their primary weapons. Though they were incredibly heavy and slow, the mechanical soldiers were gifted with superhuman strength and resilience, enabling them to take a lot of damage and tear through their enemies with ease. However, whilst they were made of gold, the army was still susceptible to being damaged with their own weapons and Hellboy's enormous Samaritan. This was of course only a temporary inconvenience, as their true power lied in their ability to repair themselves completely, which coupled with their enormous numbers made them unstoppable messengers of death. The army was originally proposed by a goblin blacksmith who sought the respect of King Balor, the one-armed king of Elfland and ruler of all magical beings at a time when he and his kind were at war with humanity. Seeking a quick and decisive end to the bloodshed, Balor agreed to the construction of the army, and so the goblins went away and created the machines, binding them to a magical crown that enabled anyone of royal blood to control them if left unchallenged. And during their next battle with humanity, the machines, which felt no pain or remorse, went through and slaughtered every single human on the battlefield, leaving no survivors, much to the shock and horror of the now conflicted king. Burdened with the guilt and knowledge that he'd essentially perpetrated mass genocide, King Balor dismantled his power by splitting the crown into 3 pieces, and giving one of the pieces to humans in an act that would create peace among the 2 rival factions for over a century. That was until King Balor's son, Prince Niyat, returned from his exile and began putting the dismantled crown together, effectively giving him control over the Golden Army for a short period of time, until he was eventually challenged to a duel by Hellboy, which he was forced to accept, as Hellboy, being the son of the Fallen, had royalty inside his DNA. After the defeat of Prince Niyat, Hellboy gained control over the army, but this is also short-lived as Liz soon destroyed the crown using her pyrokinesis, effectively preventing anyone from being able to use the gears of death ever again. I think it's important to note that while the Golden Crown did melt to the ground, resulting in the shutdown of the Golden Army, due to the fact that it was constructed with the use of goblin magic and smithing, I think that there's still a chance that the crown could be reassembled under the right hands.
I hate those comic books. They never get the eyes right.
Hellboy. Well, that's all for today, folks. Big thanks to all of you guys who requested we explore the Golden Army, featured in Guillermo del Toro's incredible sequel to Hellboy. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click the notification icon to stay up to date on all my content, and if there's anything else you'd like to request, please don't hesitate to ask. As always, it's been a pleasure. Niyat here with Film Comics Explained. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, old buddy, we ever get out of this? We gotta talk.